That's not bad. That's good. I mean, you're a Carlton supporters. You should be up and about. Yes? Yes, you should be. Well, we want you to be. Welcome along to That's Good Footy, the only live and interactive footy panel show going around. This is where the fans meet the players and the players meet the fans. This is for the passionate supporter. This show allows you to see the players be themselves. I'm ready. Are you? Yeah. Good, let's get on with it then. Carlton Show, March 29th, 2023. Please welcome to the show our first panellist. He was born on the 7th of October in 1999. He's played a total of 96 games and he's kicked a total of 21 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2018. When he plays for the Carlton Football Club, he wears the number 5 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Adam Cerra.
We are the Navy Blues. We are the old dark Navy Blues. We're the team that never lets you down. We're the only team old Carlton knows.
There you go. Adam Cerra, everyone. Nice to see. He's got a beautiful smile. He was looking forward to coming out here and showing you exactly that. Adam, how are you, mate? Tell us how everything's going in your life at the moment. Outside of football, just about you. Everything good?
Yeah, everything's going great. It's great to be here.
Yes,
love to see all the fans have turned out and everything's going well. Season's kicked off.
Yes.
Had a couple really strong weeks, we feel, and just looking forward to this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Going again.
Yeah, bring it on again. All right, let's get our second panellist out here with too much further ado. He was born on the 16th of July in 1999. He has played a total of 43 games and he's kicked 12 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2018. When he plays for the Carlton Football Club, he wears the number 12 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Tom De Koning.
We are the Navy Blues. We are the old dark Navy Blues. We're the team that never lets you down. We're the only team old Carlton knows.
All right. That's the kind of entrance you like, isn't it? Yeah, very nice and vibrant. Welcome along to both of you. I need to just explain, this is the first time the boys have both been on this show, so they're both like looking at me going, what the hell is all this about? But we, as you, need to get familiar with them. We're going to do the same, because I said this is the only show where the fans meet the players and the players meet the fans. Just before I kick off, how are you going, Tom? How's everything in your world?
Yeah, going well. Yeah. Good to come off a good win on the weekend, especially against the brother. So, couldn't be happier.
I've got a little tidbit that I'm going to bring up a little bit later on that I want to talk about there, which I thought was very nice. But we want to do it in our first little segment. We want to get to know the boys a little bit better. We're going to do it in our first segment, which is called What About Me? I love the reaction on their faces. They're like, oh, this is going to be really interesting. Let's go through it, boys. I just want to get to know you as I do, as they do, and we're going to do it in this. What are your fondest memories and your first love of footy that you can recall upon? What's your fondest memory of footy?
I'll go. My fondest memory of footy probably going to round 1 every year as a kid.
Oh, yeah?
Unfortunately, I was wearing yellow and black back then, but I still remember would sit up in the Ponsford stand. There'd be 4 rows, all us Italians up there and just going crazy. So, I always have to pinch myself every time we are playing round 1 and I'm actually on the field. Luckily this time in better colours, but that'd be my fondest memory when I look back at it. Yeah. That's brilliant. I love that. That's good. Great answer straight off the top. What's your fondest memory, Tom?
For me, I wasn't a massive footy head growing up. I didn't go to heaps of games or anything like that. But me and my brothers, at the time we spent in the backyard kicking the footy together, and we were always outside doing something. So probably those memories growing up really sort of set the foundations for my love for footy, and look back on those memories really fondly.
Good. When you were a kid growing up, did you used to get dressed up in your footy gear and just play around the house? Was that something you ever did? I'm guessing that there's. I could see that look in the eye. Then there was probably yes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think we all had our first footy, which was an indoor footy. Yeah. I remember just bruising my toes on the hallway walls a few times. But it's definitely kicking the ball around, breaking lots of things. Getting told off by mum for putting scuff marks on the side of the wall as you're taking speckies.
Yeah, ours was. We weren't really allowed inside that much. We had been one of 10 kids. We were sort of locked outside all day and then come in for dinner. So yeah, weren't allowed to do much inside.
How's that? 10 kids not allowed to come inside the house. We'll let you know when we want you in here. What's the breakdown of the family? Mum and dad, yes, and then siblings. What percentage-wise, male, female?
Yeah, so there's 7 boys, 3 girls, so 10 of us. Yeah, so I'm the third youngest,
right.
And obviously my younger brother Sam, and got a younger sister Zoe, and then the oldest is about 36. I should probably know that, but
yeah,
yeah.
Wow, 7. That's amazing. All right. Did you used to go to bed with a footy in the bed or close by? Be honest.
I'll say close by.
Okay. Yeah.
May have gotten close sometimes, but
yeah. I reckon like every time you get a new footy, you just want to smell it and sleep with it. Definitely. So
spot on.
I think I even did it with like new footy boots as well.
Yes.
That's too far.
It's not a thing. I would think it was a weird answer, but I'm right there with you, mate. I've done all of that too. What was more important when you were growing up playing footy with your mates? Was it taking a specky or was it banging a ridiculous goal?
Specky for sure. Yeah. Probably at school we used to play markers up every day, so nothing better than a good specky.
It. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't think I've ever taken a specky in my life.
Right.
So, definitely keep just kicking any goal. I'm pretty stoked with it.
Right, okay, we'll go with that. What about at school during recess and lunchtime? Because that's what you just alluded to then. Did you always used to dominate in the playground? Was that a factor for you?
I don't know, not really. I think I went to school with Hunter Clark, so he was pretty dominant. We played a bit of school footy together, and then a few other boys as well. Sam Fletcher from Gold Coast, and also Nick Newman went to my school a couple of years before me. So
right. Okay. All right. What about you, Adam?
I didn't go to a primary school full of AFL players like Tom, but
what was that?
I didn't go to a private school either.
I can't really remember. I think we're all just, when you're that young playing footy at school, you're all just having fun. I can't really remember if I was dominated or not. But
yeah, okay. But you used to like get out there and
I
you
used to get out there, play markers up. We used to call it British Bulldog, whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, I can't remember myself. I don't know.
Dominating
or anything? No, probably just
getting out there and enjoying it. Okay. How much do you remember about your first game? The lead up to it, the night before, your routine, and obviously the morning of. How much do you remember about that?
Next to nothing, really.
Really?
Well, apart from when I kicked probably my first goal, the rest is just sort of a blur for me.
Wow.
Yeah, it was all pretty exciting, and it was a big rush of excitement, but it was all a bit of a blur, and then I just remember kicking my first goal was probably the best feeling ever. So
can I just ask you then, the night before, were you okay with getting to sleep?
Nah, not really. No. Yeah, it's pretty nervous.
Toss and turn?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
And then you wake up the next morning and you're like in that nervous anticipation. Did you go about your normal routine with having breakfast or?
Good question. Yeah, can't really remember, but I know I was really nervous, and it was the back end of the year, second last game of my first year, and we've had a pretty tough year. I think we'd only won the 2 games, so I was just stoked to be able to get a game, and I was really looking forward to it.
It's funny because obviously I ask that question to a lot of players when they come on the show, and some of them will have vivid memories and some of them will be very similar to yourself and just go, to be honest with you, mate, I've got no idea. I remember running out the race and then the siren going, and that was about it. What was it like for you, Adam?
The game very similar to Tom. I remember kicking my first goal, but other than that, the big blur. It was over in Perth, but I do remember the morning of.
Right.
Back then, I used to be so strict and meticulous with my prep. I think it was just part of me being really nervous, but I'd write down my schedule for the whole morning, including times I should be relaxing. So
really?
My parents take the piss out of me now that I was doing that, because I wasn't relaxing if I was scheduling it.
Wow. So
I don't do that anymore. I scrap that very quickly, but that's probably my way of showing how nervous I was.
So really meticulous and attention to detail, that's always been is that one of your attributes, one of your characteristics?
I've come off it a bit, I reckon, as I've gotten more comfortable with the level, but I reckon early days was sort of my way of, coping with the nerves. And,
well, everyone goes about it differently.
Extra organised, but you've got to be flexible, which I've learnt. So
for sure. What about when you got to the club for the first time? You're not a spectator, you're not a fan. You walk down into the change rooms and you put on the Carlton jumper. You look down, you see the insignia. What was that emotion like for you?
Yeah, it was crazy. Obviously, one of the biggest clubs in the league with probably the richest history. So, we learn a lot when we come to the club about the history and all the past players and everything that comes along with wearing that jumper. And for me, it was surreal. So I know it probably sounds cliche,
No.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. And you sort of spend that time to actually have a look at the jumper, and it's got a little inscription on the back as well that you read. And I was pretty honoured.
Wow, that's brilliant. Just before you answer, I know from the television series on Stan, Show Me the Money and that sort of thing, I'm familiar with how that sort of works, right? But the point that I wanted to allude to is that you've come over, you wanted to be traded back, you've come back to Melbourne. That was your first ambition, that was your first desire, but then you get to the Carlton Football Club. Was that like a dream come true? What was the emotion like for you there?
Yeah, I mean, it probably took me a little while to understand how big of a club Carlton was and what it meant to be wearing the jumper. Obviously, I played for Fremantle, and I think they've only been around for 27, 28 years compared to Carlton. Is nothing. So I remember open training sessions, you would hope you'd have 50 to 100 people show up at Freo, and Carlton, almost every week there's thousands either waiting outside the stadium or they're just everywhere. So,
surreal moments.
Just realising the importance and the significance of the club. To its history and its community. It's massive, and it's something that we don't take lightly when we put on the jumper.
It's something that they go into in documentaries, whether it be Show Me the Money or others, that just when you go in and they get the leadership group and the coaches can come around and take you through and walk you through the corridors and understand, so you can see that rich history that's there. And that's part of the reason that you then go, man, this is pretty awesome. You're down in the change rooms, you both put on the Carlton jumper for the first time, rush of blood to the head, let's get out there, I just want to start playing. Pretty well, I suppose I'm summing it up.
Yeah, pretty spot on.
Yeah, I thought that to be the case. All right. Was there a player that you most wanted to meet when you got to the club, someone that you looked up to or idolised for both of you?
Yeah, for me, definitely Matty Cruiser. I reckon I used to watch a lot of him growing up, and just the way he used to follow up and the stuff he did after the contest kind of changed the way for Rucks now, and it's something I really try and bring into my game as well. And we're lucky enough to have him as our ruck coach still. So still learning a lot off him. And
wow.
Yeah, he's awesome. So
that's good, because there's a question coming up that will allude to that, because we know that you've just been to the tribunal and said thanks very much, but I'm fine. I'll see you all later, which is good. But I do want to talk about a point that alludes to your rucking style. Tell us about for you, mate.
Mine was probably Cripper. I mean, I played on him a couple of times.
Yeah, right.
When I was at Fremantle, and always said he's definitely the hardest player to go up against. Just his sheer size as a midfielder. I mean, 30 years ago, he'd be playing ruck or key forward. We remember catching up with him, and a few text messages were exchanged before I actually even was traded. But just being able to train with him and see the way he goes about it. He was one I really wanted to pick his brain, and which is one of his strengths as a leader. He's so given to younger players, and especially in the midfield group, it's just great to work with. So,
that's brilliant, absolutely. Who was the team or the club that you disliked the most when you were growing up? Did you have one of those?
Probably Collingwood, I reckon. Still is.
That's handy. That helps.
The Pies.
Essendon and Collingwood. They're always at the back of the footy card book.
That's nearly a prerequisite. You have to fill that out when you arrive at the club. All right. Who don't you like? Collingwood. Good, you're in. All right, fantastic. Picture this: one day you're driving along the freeway and you happen to come across a taxi or a bus or a billboard, and you feature on it. What's your first emotion? What do you think? What do you reckon?
Take the photo. Hasn't happened to me much. You can ask Ches.
It hasn't happened to me. I just hope it wasn't for something bad.
Really? Yeah. Okay. All right. Who impresses you the most down at the club with their work ethic, their professionalism and their mindset? I probably am assuming that you'd go back to Patrick on that, but is there anybody else that stands out?
Yeah, Cripper definitely stands out, I reckon, but
Walshy's probably the other one.
Yeah. I was going to say that as well.
Whenever he's injured, everyone's asking when he's back, because honestly, we don't know. Like, he's just working that hard. He'll come back any moment, to be honest. So,
he's back into drills now, and he's dominating. So it's good to see, and I think he's not far off. So it's pretty exciting. I
had him on the show. I think he'd only played about 3 games at that stage, and he came on and he was like really quiet, very shy, very timid. But you could just tell that sense of professionalism that he has about everything that he does, you know, even just the way he presents himself. What's the weirdest or stupidest thing that you've been asked to sign so far? Well, you can think about it for a sec. I had Jamara Ugle-Hagan on the show a couple of weeks ago. He said someone came down to the Western Bulldogs Football Club and asked him to sign a 2-litre carton of milk.
Oh, yeah, definitely had some weird ones like that. Like,
Yeah?
I think I've been asked to sign like a banana
No
on the
way.
side, yeah. And then, what else, like a Milo tin or something?
At the bottom of someone's hot pie after a game.
No.
Like walking around the stadium. Yeah, you wanted me to sign his pie.
Joking. Yeah. That's what I reckon too. Wow. Hey, did you used to collect footy cards when you were growing up, both of you?
Yep.
And if you did, which you've just said yes to, what was it like when you first saw you on a footy card? What was that emotion like for you?
I remember my mum going out and just buying them all. She was
Really?
going to news agencies and buying boxes, just hoping that she would pack me. When she could have just
great.
gone on eBay and probably bought it straight away for
Brilliant.
20 cents. But
Yeah. Did she make you
yeah.
sign them all?
nah, she doesn't want to sign for me. Nah,
Yeah, right.
she's got them all at home, along with thousands of other footy cards.
Yeah, wow.
that weren't
That's
these.
amazing. Great.
Yeah, similar. My mum loves it. She's on eBay all the time looking for all the new ones and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I've got a few nephews who collect them, and they love it when the new ones come out, and it's pretty cool to see. So they all take them to school and stuff. So yeah, it's
brilliant.
awesome. Yeah.
Can I see a show of hands? How many people here collected footy cards growing up in the room? Well, there you go. There's the answer to that question. That's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the boys. That was our segment, What About Me? Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right, what we're going to do, it is a footy panel show, so I'm going to talk a little bit of football. We'll get in and out of the tips as quickly as we can, but we do want to talk about round 3. It kicks off tomorrow night, Thursday, March the 30th. It's Bulldogs versus Brisbane, 7:20pm at Marvel Stadium. The Dogs went down to the Saints by 51 points. Season not off to the way they thought it would be. Jamara Ugle-Hagan, at the time when I wrote this, he was looking like wasn't going to be playing, but they've got around him and supported him down at the club, so he's going to be coming back in, which is great. Treloar and Lobb will go out through fitness tests. Most likely, they don't look like that they will be coming up. Jones is in for his first hit out, which is good. Brisbane 11-point winners over the Demons, and I forgot to pay the electricity bill. Tell me who you think's going to win this one, boys. Bulldogs versus Brisbane.
I'll take Brizzy on that one.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take Brizzy.
Yep, too easy. All right, let's go along to this one. Friday the 31st of March, Collingwood versus Richmond, 7:50pm at the MCG. I can't wait for this one. Pies playing exciting football, 71-point winners over Port in a display of accuracy and skill. Tigers had a scare in the third, only to eventually finish up 32-point winners. Dimmer coaches 300th. Broad's out for 4 weeks, and it also now looks like Jacob Hopper and also Dustin Martin won't be featuring in that game either. What do you boys think here?
Yeah, probably have to pick the Pies, much as it hurts to say.
Yes.
I want to say Richmond, but they're pretty big outs.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
I'd say Collingwood.
Yeah, okay. Saturday, April the 1st, Hawthorn versus North Melbourne, 1:45 down at UTAS Stadium. Hawks coming off an 81-point demolition handed to them by the Swans. North got home in a controversial 1-point win over the Dockers. Young gun Sheasel, Davis Uniacke played above their years. Who do you think might win this one, guys?
I think North.
Okay.
I think, yeah. I like the excitement around them. I'm happy for them.
Isn't it great? It's good to watch. Did you see, I heard, what was her name, Caroline Wingerlot Wilson. She was complaining that she didn't like Clarko down on the boundary line going, ball. We want that, don't we? We like that kind of personality. So I was a bit confused by that as well. I didn't pay any attention to it, hence the reason I didn't talk about it right now. But I think they're playing really good football, very exciting football, nice brand of football.
Yeah, I'll go North as well.
Okay.
Let them go 3-0 for the first 3 rounds, then we'll knock them off round 4.
That's what you want, huh? Hey, you know how to win this crown, You've done this before. Well done. Let's go to this game. We'll talk about it in greater detail shortly. GWS versus Carlton, 4:35 at Giant Stadium. As I said, we'll discuss that in our segment coming back. We'll go to this game. This is 7pm at Adelaide Oval. Port Adelaide versus Adelaide in the showdown. Both clubs coming off losses. Rivalries will once again continue. Who do you think might win that?
I'll go Port.
Okay.
I'll go Adelaide. I don't know. I
Really?
think it'll be really close.
Yes, yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting to see, Hinkley's kind of up against it, Nick's. Both coaches have got something to prove, let alone what both teams have. This game, St Kilda versus Essendon, 7:25 at the MCG. St Kilda celebrating their 150th year, coming off 2 wins and sitting second on the ladder. Who would have thought? Will the Bombers be out to spoil the party? Bombers 28-point winners over the Suns. Jack Steele out. His shoulder, man, that was miraculous. He came back, and he's a strong ass still, that boy. Who do you think might win that?
Yeah, I'm going to go Saints on that one.
Yeah,
I'm going to go Essendon. Our old teammate Setters is playing some great footy.
he is.
I think.
They were very impressive.
I'll go over the line.
Yeah, good. All right, Sunday, April the 2nd. This game, Gold Coast versus Geelong, 2:10 p.m. Heritage Bank Stadium. Both clubs at 0 and 2. Colajasny most likely back in for the Cats. Who do you think might win this?
Hopefully the Suns, I reckon. Hopefully.
Did someone get that and text that straight to his brother? Yeah, I like that.
Where's the game?
Already let him know.
It's actually at Heritage Bank Stadium, which is the old
Is that Geelong?
stadium.
Up there?
No, sorry, that's
Up north?
Yeah, up north. Yeah,
I want to say Gold Coast. It's a danger game playing them up there.
yeah, that's what I thought.
It's hard.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, Fremantle versus West Coast, 3:20 p.m. at Optus Stadium. The Derby. West Coast 19-point winners last week, Freo 1 point. They went down by. These two clubs genuinely don't like each other. Adam, you can attest to that, so bring it on, I say. Who do you think would be winning this?
Who do you reckon, Adam?
I think Fremantle will win. Yeah, I think if they don't, there's alarm bells going off. But
Yeah?
I think they'll respond.
Just before I get to you, Tom, what are those derbies like? Is there the sense that we feel over here on the East Coast is that you really do hate each other? Do you?
Yeah, I mean it's more. I think it's more of a history thing.
Okay.
That, now if you live in WA, you're either Free or you're West Coast, and
Yep.
you want to go to work on Monday, not with your tail between your legs. So
Yeah, right.
I think that's what it's more about.
Okay.
It's big for the fans, and they also don't like it being called the Derby. It's
Yep.
they call it the Derby.
There you go. Yeah.
I used to say Derby, and I always got corrected when I
Yes.
was over there.
Right.
So
Okay. All right. Well,
just in
then-
case you have a WA.
We're not in
player.
Perth.
Yeah, we're here, so yeah, we can call it whatever we want. We like it. Yeah. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, I'll go Freo as well.
Freo as well?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Last game that we'll talk about just in this little segment, Melbourne versus Sydney, 3:20 p.m. at the MCG. No Gawn, he's sidelined for maybe 4 to 6 weeks, which is better than what he and they first thought. Demons looking to rebound after their loss to Brisbane. Sydney hoping to continue in their winning 2 from 2 with a percentage of 232%. Sitting on top of the ladder, Buddy back, although their forward line functioned quite well without him, and McDonald and Armity, 9 goals, 3 between them. Not a bad little... What do you think? Yeah. What do you reckon here? Melbourne versus Sydney.
I don't know.
And it is at the MCG.
I'll probably go Melbourne, I reckon. Yeah, I think Melbourne.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, Sydney would be tough to
They
beat.
do.
But yeah,
Melbourne or Sydney?
Melbourne.
I'm sticking with Sydney.
Yeah, all right, let's do this little bit. We're going to check this out. We're going to talk about the Carlton game in a little bit of greater detail in a segment called Playing to Win. All right, here we go, guys. The stand rule, as much as I didn't like it in the initial stages, it is creating super quick football, transitioning from defensive 50 to forward 50 with lightning quick movement, from linking handballs to penetrating kicks deep into the forward 50 or hitting leading targets lace out. It's great to watch from an overall viewpoint. How are you guys finding that style of football?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think gives us the opportunity to come off to get a bit more speed in the game and really attack our deep forwards and don't mind it. What about you?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Suits you, mate?
Yeah, I think you saw Sardi using it well.
Yeah.
In our game last week, he was incredible.
Yeah.
I think we're figuring out how to use it.
Yep.
To generate more speed, and you can really see that this season. It's good at football.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
It was on display from the opening minutes last Thursday night. There was a Zach Tui chip pass in your defensive 50, which was smothered, resulting in a turnover with linking handballs and kicks, ending up in the forward 50 goal square with Charlie Curnow, a mark and subsequent goal down the other end. This was only 90 seconds into the first quarter. Tell us what this brand of football is like from an aerobic and a cardiovascular perspective, because I know this was a big focus for most clubs going into pre-season.
Yeah, it's exciting to watch. I know even
It looks exhausting.
Oh,
is it?
It is, but once you kick the goal, you get a good chance to reset and go again. So, that explosive sort of those explosive movements and patterns and stuff. It makes an exciting game to watch. And for us, we're training to do that. We have long pre-seasons where we train every aspect of our fitness, and we're ready to go and do that. So, yeah.
Just to go back and paint the picture again, it's in your defensive 50. Zach Tui's kick is smothered.
I remember the exact play. It was good, wasn't it? I
think it was great.
Was it Corey Durden who came forward, smothered it?
Yeah.
And then all our forwards ripped back and they all got involved, which was good to see. So, and
absolutely. And Charlie found himself dead centre in the goal square. It was just beautiful. 90 seconds in.
Yeah, I think Sam dropped off him and didn't want to get seen on him. So, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that sounds like about right. It was a big ask last week coming up against last year's reigning premiers, boasting the likes of 2 Coleman medalists in Cameron and Hawkins. They were also missing key defenders in College Asney, Duncan, Henry and Stewart. But you had your own Coleman medalists in Curnow and Mackay, and you also had missing from your best 23, arguably your best on-baller in Sammy Walsh, and forwards Williams, who was obviously out for the season, and Martin. They're going to be running a test on him. He could be back for round 4 from what I understand. You can tell me more. So all in all, it was a great result and you came away with the 4 points. Tell us what the emotion was like to know that you've beaten Geelong.
It was a good feeling in the rooms afterwards. I mean, thinking about my favourite wins with the club was definitely up there.
Wow.
Just to see the amount we were able to grow our game in just a week. I think we looked a lot different in round 1 with our ball movement, and to be able to see what we were working on during the week. Come out against Geelong, against probably the best team in the comp. It was great to see, and just showed that we're always looking to improve.
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to say now, just before we move on, I just wanted to allude to the other byproduct of the quick ball movement brand of football was that free-flowing as it's opening up the forward line. From this, we are seeing good old-fashioned one-on-one defender versus forward contested football. From a fan's perspective, I love it. What do you guys think? Yeah, you're all liking it too? Good, okay. All right, we'll refer to the crowd occasionally. Jeremy the other night kicked 6-1 and Charlie kicked 5-2. 14 scoring shots from your leading forwards. How bloody good is that?
Pretty impressive, isn't it? Yeah, it's we're pretty lucky to have Harry and Charlie in the team, and obviously back-to-back Coleman medalists is it's exciting to watch, and those two are loving us kicking the ball in deep to them, and they love being in a one-on-one, so especially Charlie. It's
great that you can move. Charlie can be versatile, but he likes to play deep, but then you've got Harry that can come right up the field, and he's winning contested ball on the wing, and shooting it straight back down into your forward line. Tell us what that emotion's like for you when you're watching that out there.
It gives us confidence, especially as mids, that we can get the ball forward and know we're going to get a contest. I mean, whenever we're training our ball movement, Charlie and Harry always got their hands up and just kick it in. So, they're 2 of the best forwards in the comps. It just gives us confidence that we can just get in there to them.
I'll go on to say Charlie gives Carlton such a good option when you go forward. He's such an incredible athlete. He marks the ball at the highest point and he lands like a cat on his feet. And when he hits on the arc, he plays on. It's wheel and go, low and direct. There was a goal that he kicked in the third, which was just brilliant. It was everything to that. It's a lovely action and a nice kicking style. You've just alluded to it. Tom, what do you have to say about Charlie as much as you see him as an athlete and how he performs?
Yeah, I think he just brings so much energy to the game, and don't think I've ever seen him handball the ball. So you're definitely going to see him wheel and go as soon as he takes a mark, which is just him. So it definitely brings a lot of energy, and definitely around the locker rooms and the club as well. So he's a good character to have at the club for sure.
Brilliant. Speaking of nice goals, that Durden goal late in the third, pick up, right foot snap, what a beauty. The crowd went nuts. The crowd lifted, and after the last Charlie goal in the third as well, we just alluded to that, but how much was the adrenaline charging through your veins at that point? How much influence did the crowd have on you at this point? I'd say it had a lot to do with it, because you're obviously at that stage a 28-point lead. Tell us what that adrenaline's like when you're flying, feel like you're running on top of the ground, and 28 points up against the Cats MCG, crowd going nuts.
You can barely even remember it, to be honest.
Wow.
There's just that much going on. And you're so zoned in. The hardest part is I could be standing this far away from you and I can't hear you.
Really?
And I'll be screaming as loud as possible, and that's where the hand gestures and eye contact comes in handy. But it's the reason we play footy, that feeling, the adrenaline, and when the boys are playing well, it's just not much else in life matches it, to be honest.
How good's that? And that was the reason I asked that question off the top about what it was like for you when you first got to Carlton. I know that you were talking about just training, doing training at Freo, and you get like 50 or 100 people turn up, and now you're getting thousands at Carlton. To know that you're playing in front of that many people, it must just blow you away.
Yeah, I mean, first 2 rounds, 80,000 or whatnot. I was probably getting 40,000 at Optus, which for that I was a full crowd, and you thought that was really loud. But every week feels like finals footy. I've never played finals footy, but those that have played have told me that's what finals feels like. So
that's fantastic.
Hopefully when we make finals this year, we'll be ready.
Good on you, Adam. That's great. Well done. Tom, same feeling for you. I mean, we don't have to go into it, but just off the top for you, same kind of emotion. You're out there, you're 28 points up, the adrenaline's running.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, it's those big moments you talk about, like Dirds' goal on the weekend was crazy, and it just gives the whole group energy. And we're lucky we get to go back to the centre bounce and kickstart the next play. And I feel like when we've got that momentum and we're kicking goals, then we just get so much more energy in there. So it's exciting.
How good's that? To cast your memory back to round 1, well, we can't do it for 2022, but it was the same kind of emotion that ran through the veins from a spectator's point of view, let alone from a player's point of view. The mark's been taken by Sam Docherty. He's 55 out, pretty well directly in front. He goes back and he bangs it through it, goalpost height. Those emotions to get around Sam after what he's been through just typifies what it means to everybody. Going on from that. Yeah,
definitely. He's someone who's been through the absolute ringer in terms of his condition and everything, and it was good that all the boys and the whole club supported him, and for him to actually even get back and play that game was crazy, and to have such an impact as well and kick that goal was it was a really special moment, and we all look back and just think pure happiness in that moment. So
excellent. Love it. The Cats pegged it back to 8. They were coming. Then Lewis Young stood up and did just what he needed to do. He took a telling mark against a red-hot Jeremy Cameron, and that mark sealed the deal. The Blues took away the chocolates. Tom, your ability to play in the ruck, this is what I was alluding to before, you move around the ground, shows you're an elite athlete, but something that really impresses me is your follow-up work as a ruckman. And now I know why, because you've just alluded to Matty Cruiser, who's your ruck coach, but he's obviously instilling that faith in you. But is that also something that you're born with? Is that the kind of football that you like to play?
I like to think so. I think that's what really gets me into the game, and I feel like a lot of ruckmen around the league are really bringing that to their game as well. So it's something you have to be able to do as a ruck these days. And I measure my game a lot around that, and it just helps me get into the game personally. And Cruz has been huge as well. Just everything he's taught me, and he's at the club a few days a week. He comes to training and helps me work on different things. And he's a really good support for me, but he also teaches me a lot around that sort of stuff as well.
Point I wanted to just get to there is ruck or forward. Your desire to play ruck or to play forward?
I'm just happy to be playing, to be honest. So wherever I can get a spot in the team is where I'll be playing. So.
It's the team answer. I like that.
I grew up playing both, so I'm happy to sort of go both. And obviously last year with Big Pitto going down, I was sort of pushed into playing more ruck, and then this year he's back, so we're splitting that a bit more. So it's working well.
Exactly what I was about to allude to. I went on to say, yes, you're really impressive with your follow-up work as a ruckman. I had Sam Draper on the show a few weeks ago, and he says, I want to be the best ruckman in the league. And I watch his game intently. He's got that same kind of style. He goes up and then he just follows on. It's definitely it's brilliant. You play the type of football that I always thought, with Pitnet back in the side, it now looks like you can do a little bit of Gawn Grundy action. Maybe not so much Gawn anymore, at least not for the next 4-6 weeks, but you've got that option now with Pitnet back in the side. Is that true?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously his first game back on the weekend, and the first game we played together for a long time. So, for me personally, it felt like I could bring so much more energy to the game, because I was coming from ruck, go forward for a little bit, come off. I was off a little bit more, and I just felt like when I came on, I just had so much more energy to actually follow up and everything.
Perfect.
And then just us being able to get that synergy together. It'll obviously take some time to grow and perfect, but it's pretty valuable for the team, I think. And it's good as well because we're two completely different ruckmen. He goes in and he bashes them up for me, and then I go and try and jump on them. So
he's the tenderiser.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so
I like it.
It makes it a little bit harder for other opposition rucks to get in a bit of a rhythm because they've got two different people coming at them.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Well said. Most people don't even get the chance to play at the highest level. What's it like for you playing at the highest level, but also playing against your brother?
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah. I think growing up, we never played against each other, but we were always, in the backyard kicking the footy as we do as siblings, and probably never dreamed for us to play against each other, but it's happened twice now, and hopefully there's a lot more to come. But we're 1-1 now, so we got to win the next one. Maybe see him later on in the year, hopefully.
I have to ask, you've got 10 siblings. You've got 9.
Yeah.
But in relation to what's the split family-wise? Geelong, Carlton.
Actually, a lot of them are Carlton.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Sam, not many people know, but Sam actually grew up a massive Carlton supporter. So, and then my
drama.
Yeah, and then my grandpa was a massive Carlton supporter, and so was my old man. Even though he played for the Doggies, he went for Carlton, and then older brother and sister, and a lot of my family lives down on the Surf Coast, and they absolutely hate Geelong supporters down there. They're pretty in your face, and they don't like them too much.
That's great.
Yeah, it's good.
It is good. I like it. I can understand how special it was seeing him win the flag. I know you were down, obviously 2022 at the MCG, watching him win the flag, which was great because it's family. But just like any other brother, you went down and gave him a bit of what for early in the first quarter the other night. Was that just to loosen up a little?
Yeah, I think it had to be done. I don't know. Probably. Yeah, I think I just saw, I don't know, my eyes just lit up. He was right there, and he gave away the free kick, so had the opportunity, and Mum didn't like it, but...
Oh, really? What did I tell you about your brother?
Yeah, that's it. All the brothers and sisters are loving it, though. Sending messages.
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, thank you very much. Thanks for sharing all that. Adam, I wanted to ask, how are you settling in? What's been one of the standout things you've noticed since coming across, and how good has it been getting back home to Melbourne as well? So there's 2 questions in there. What it's like being back at the club, but what it's like being back in Melbourne.
Yeah, it's been great being back at the club. I mean, since coming in, it's been so easy to transition. It's a young group. There's so many boys I'd known previously. I mean, I played Tom before, under 16s, under 17s, underage footy. Same with a few other boys within the group. So, it's a tight-knit group. Cripper told me it was before I got over, but I thought he was just saying it just to get me over. But, it was really being honest. We spent a lot of time together, and we train hard together every day, and makes those nights on, like last Thursday, just even more special. So, really love being here at the Blues. Yep.
And being back in Melbourne?
And being back in Melbourne's great. I mean, Melbourne's the capital of footy, and just my family coming to games. I mean, they get a kick out of it.
That's great.
They're calling me during the week, asking me about the team, asking me what we're doing this weekend, and I know that they get a whole weekend out of it, really. So awesome. They go home and rewatch the replay. They're probably a bit nuffy, but it's great that family and friends I can spend time with during the week, and play in front of big crowds at the ground that I grew up watching footy at. So really loving it.
Pinch myself moments. I like it. Okay, here we go. Blues are sitting 7th on the ladder, 1 win, 1 draw. It's only round 2. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, but the things that the coaching staff would have either outlined or focused on, things that they wanted you to improve on from your round 22 loss last year to the pre-season of this year to now the first 2 games. Are you seeing those things come to fruition? So I talk about what things were outlined by the coaching staff, also as the playing group, from your round 22 loss to Collingwood last year to come into pre-season. Are those things starting to come together? And I know it is only round 2, but are you seeing those things happen? The things that you do on the track?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we came in the next day or 48 hours after that round 22 loss and reviewed pretty much the whole last quarter. We went back and watched it all, and the learnings was we need to get better at our situational awareness and being able to play when things aren't going our way. So we went to work on that over the pre-season, and we still haven't got it perfect, but after our first 2 rounds, we're still doing the same thing. We're reviewing our last quarters when the pressure comes on, and we're seeing we're going in the right direction. We were able to win the game on the weekend. It's probably a slight scare, but even Harry making those 2 big marks and the way we just shut down the game in the last few minutes, that's what we're trying to work on. And winning those close games, that could be the difference at the end of the season, as we learned last year. So it's good to see some of that coming through.
Absolutely, well said. 2 things happen at a football club that give you success: cohesion and player buy-in. You've both alluded to the fact, whether you're meant to or not, that you're all bonding, you're getting along well, you're doing things together, and there's that buy-in to what the game plan is, and you're seeing that come to fruition as well. So that's brilliant. I really like it. The positivity of what wins like this can do to galvanise the playing group. You drew against the Tigers, who had their wood over you in round 1 clashes, and you beat the reigning premiers. How's the belief amongst the playing group on the track? We've just gone through that. This week you've got another challenge. You'll be travelling to take on the Giants at Giant Stadium, who are coming off a 19-point loss to West Coast. That game will be played at 4:35 p.m. on Saturday, April the 1st. That's no April Fool joke, that's true. How do you see this game being played out, guys? Where will the game be won and lost? And don't say scoreboard.
That's a good one, actually. How goes that? First away trip for the year. It's going to be a challenge. Going up there, I think last year was the first time we've beaten them up there for a while. So, I think the game, for us, is going to be won or lost in the contest. And if we can bring our hunt and our contested game, then hopefully we can, get on top. And we have to get it down to our big forwards, and then our smalls are doing really well at hitting the front and bringing their skills as well. So. Yeah, it'll be a good game, but it'll be a challenge going up there and getting it done. For
sure. 2017, Richmond brought that brand of football. Adams Kingsley was at Richmond. He's now going across to GWS. I saw an interview at the end of the game after their first win against Adelaide, who came back and they were pressing, and I think it was with Toby Green, and he just said they've never been that exhausted. It was that intense, the running game. So all teams are starting to adapt that now. You don't expect it to be any different when you go up there. Any thoughts on what you want to add to that, Adam?
No, I think King is bang on. We're a contest team. Get to win or loss in the contest, like he always says. So, they got some really strong inside mids and good contested players. You just mentioned Toby Green before. He's one of the best in the comp. So, we bring our heat inside and I think get it to our ball users like Sardi on the outside. I think we'll be fine.
Bring it on.
It'll be tough though.
There you go. Do you like all that? Put your hands together for them then, please. Thanks, guys. Well done. Let's introduce a segment. It's called Simply the Best. All right. Here we go, gentlemen. You've got a total of 13, 14 questions and I'm going to be asking. As soon as you think you know the answer, buzz straight in. Here comes your first question. How many premierships has your club won?
John.
16, correct. I got 2 Johns out of that. That wasn't bad,
Go
was
Blues.
it? Yeah. Nice
17
work, Sean.
after this year.
All right, we'll go with 16 for the time being. How many times has your team played in a losing grand final?
John. 13.
Spot on. Well done, champ. I like it. All right, well done. Okay, here we go. Question 3. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, there it is.
Sorry.
There it is. Here comes your third question. Who is your team's captain?
John.
John.
I'll put my mic up here somewhere.
Yes,
The
John?
current one?
Yes.
Cripper.
Yeah, that was just, you were just buying time then to make sure, yeah. Well done. He didn't want to come up and he's got 3 out of 3. Patrick Cripps, correct. Here we go. Who wears the number 7 at your club? John.
I was at a function the other day and he was presenting something, so...
Yeah.
I'll give you the next one, all right? Say Kennedy.
Adam Kennedy.
Yeah. No, it's not Adam Kennedy.
Hey, John, do you want to just give me the answer?
Kennedy.
Yeah? Well, do you know his first name?
Matthew.
That'd be great. Fantastic. Can I just... Sean, can I just ask, can you just test your buzzer again? It seems to be working. Okay, good. All right. Closest to within 1,000, how many members does the Carlton Football Club currently have?
John.
Yes, John.
87,622.
Wow. You'd be surprised if you got that, wouldn't you? No. Very close. Would you like to have a go, Sean? You're not going to have a crack? You've got to just give us a number, mate.
89,000.
No, you should have gone the other way. 83,571. No points either way. Where did your team finish on the ladder at the end of the home and away season? John.
The Richmond spot, 9th.
Very good. And a little bit of tongue-in-cheek at the same time. Well done. 9th it is. How many games did your team win last year at the end of the home and away season?
John.
12. Yes. 12 it is. Mate, he is cleaning up.
I'll give you the answer.
And he wanted to say sitting down there. What the hell? This is awesome. All right, here you go. Question number 8. What year did your team last win a grand final? And who Sean.
95.
All right, and who did they play?
Thank you.
Geelong.
Yes, well done.
81
All right.
points, I think.
That's just 1 point, it is. Very good. How many points did you win that grand final by? John.
I actually tipped this, 61.
61. Very good. All right.
61.
Here we go.
I got the one right.
Yeah. Who was the last Carlton player to win the Norm Smith medal?
Sean. Greg Williams.
Yes, excellent. 1 point. Can you just, not for a bonus point, but can you tell me what year?
95.
Well done, good man. All right, for 2 points, how many goals and who was your club's leading goal kicker in 2022?
John. It was Curnow, but...
Yes, Charlie Curnow is correct.
I'll say 63.
You're giving up and just giving him...
No, I'm helping him.
Oh, you want to help him?
We're like the Carlton United club.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, then he got it wrong and you got it right. Okay, so it was Charlie Curnow. You said 63, correct, Sean? Yeah, it was 64. Okay, bad luck. All right, this is for 3 points for the Carlton Collective. Here we go. Player, year and votes. Who was the last Carlton player to win a Brownlow medal? What year and how many votes did they poll?
That was Sean.
Yes, Sean?
What was it? Brownlow?
Brownlow medal. What year? How many votes?
Oh, Cripps, 2022.
Yes.
I'll go 29.
Oh, then I'll give it to you. Well done. He got 3 points for that. Everyone's excited. So what are we up to? 8 versus 5. Whoa. It's getting close now. Not really.
He's helping me.
I will give you 3 player names. I want you to add up their jumper numbers and give me the combined total of the 3 jumpers. Don't give up, Sean. It's not that hard. Here we go. You've got 3 jumper numbers. I'll give you 3 seconds after you buzz in to give me the total. The first one is Harry Mackay. The second one is Jack Silvani. The third one is Patrick Cripps. The total is?
20.
Well done, John. 20 it is. And last question. Same question applies. 3 player names. Sam Docherty, Sam Walsh, Ed Curnow.
Sean. 27.35. What's that worth?
Who are the players again? I'll help you.
Sam Docherty, Sam Walsh,
15.
Ed Curnow.
Walshy's 18. Yeah, that's 35. 2, 3, 33. And who's the last
They won't want to get this wrong, will they?
Ed Curnow's 35.
That's where I got the 35 from.
35, 33, 68-ish.
I'd go with 68. I wouldn't go with 80-ish. I'd go with 68. 68 it is. Well done. You kind of both got that. Well done. So 15 versus 10 or something like that. No. It was great. John, you're our winner.
Thank you.
Okay? Hey, Sean.
Go Blues.
Sean, well done, mate. It was an effort. Sean, that's good for Footy Buffalo football. That's yours. All right? Yabba dabba doo. Hey, John, congratulations, mate. You've won a set of earbuds courtesy of Yamaha, $190. How good's that? Well done, mate. Good on you, champ. There you go. That was John. Well done, John. Simply the Best was proudly brought to you by Yamaha and the Big Picture people. They are the experts in home theatre technology. The Big Picture people are located in Hoppers Crossing, Clyde North, South Morang, Cheltenham, Water Gardens and the Gold Coast. Thank you, John. Thank you, Sean. Well done. All right. what's going to happen is Tom's going to keep score for you, Sebastian. Tom's pretty excited because he reckons you're going to do all right. Okay, he's ready to start flipping them over. Sebastian's like, yeah, glad you think that, mate. All right, so are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Yes, you are. Keep the microphone nice and close to you. Remember, if you don't think you know, pass. Your time starts now. Number 30.
Charlie Kerner.
Correct. Number 42.
Adam Saad.
Correct. Number 7.
Matthew Kennedy.
Correct. Number 2.
Paddy Dow.
Correct. Number 5.
Adam Cerra.
Correct. Number 6.
Zach Williams.
Correct. Number 15.
Sam Docherty.
Correct. Number 21.
Jack Martin.
Correct. Number 22.
Caleb Marchbank.
Correct. Number 19.
Skip.
Pass, yeah. Corey Durden. Number 31. Pass if you don't
Pass.
know. Yep. Harry Lemmy. Number 8. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
No.
Who do you think? Number 8. No? No.
Ricky Fogarty.
Yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Total score of 10. Wow. Hey. Don't be nodding your head. You might get the same opportunity. I told you they wouldn't be friends after this. No, you'll be right. Well done. That was fantastic. Sebastian, that was seriously good. Well done, mate.
Thanks.
Okay. Really, really well done. He's like, yeah, like he expected me to say that. That was good. Yeah, it's great. How you feeling, Andre? You know how it all works now? You ready to go? No. Well, that's how it does work. Let's see how you go. You got a score of 10 to beat. Adam's going to be keeping score for you. 45 seconds on the clock. Same rules apply. If you don't think you know, just tell me to pass, all right? We're going to start off with a nice hard one for you. Number 12.
Tom De Koning.
Tom De Koning. Yes, that's good. Ooh, number 27. Pass? Pass?
Pass.
Mark Pitnet. Number 13.
Akers.
Yeah, well, that's a part of it. Blake Acres, that'll do. Number 44.
Always.
Yeah, that'll do. That's part of it as well. Number 44. Matt Owies. Number 16. I'll give it to you.
That was 45 seconds.
Who do you think?
What was it? 16.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. That was good. A total score of 3. Andre, that was all right. Don't stress out. Sebastian came up here and said, I don't know anything. And Andre went, yeah, I do. I'll be pretty cool. And that was the result. Hey, well done, boys. Don't be downhearted or... There's a football. There's a football. The boys will sign that for you when we get down there and we do some photos a little bit later on. All right, there you go. How good's that? There you go, Mum. Got that one? Good on you. Well done. Thanks, boys. Good stuff. That we're going to do our last little segment before the break. It's called What Can I Say? All right, the way that this one works, boys, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask you a series of questions. You just feel free to answer them however you feel free, okay? Here's your first one. Do you like running through the banners?
Yep, but Adam runs around them.
No, I run through them. I've never understood people that don't touch them.
Oh, yeah?
As a kid, I don't know, you always wished you would run it through the banner.
Yeah, and now you get the
Someone
chance.
doesn't touch them.
Pardon?
Someone in our team doesn't touch them.
Yeah, there's a few people in the
Simo.
comment that don't touch
I think
them.
Simo didn't touch it.
Yeah, okay, all right. The siren has gone. You need a goal to win the game. Who do you hope has got the ball in their hands to win it for you?
We were talking about this the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Who would you...
I would want Sadi, actually.
Yeah, right.
Defender. Yeah.
Okay, yep,
It's a great kick.
okay.
Yeah.
Go with
probably
that?
Nah,
No?
probably go...
And say yourself.
Maybe Matt Kennedy. He's a pretty straight
Yes,
safe shot.
yeah, okay, yeah, good. Carlton supporters are?
The best.
Wow.
Simple as that.
Yeah, same as Tom. Passionate.
Yeah,
Same.
yeah, passionate, I like it. Which AFL club do you like to beat the most?
The Pies.
Yes.
Yeah, Collingwood.
Yeah, I know
Or the
we alluded
Cats.
to that before, but that was when you were growing up. This is now, so that's good that you still like to beat the people that you hated then. Do you prefer a day or a twilight grand final?
Twilight.
Oh, let's hope it's not played at the Gabba.
Day.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. You've been reincarnated as an animal. What sort of an animal would you hope to be?
Probably a giraffe. That's what
not
my housemates call me, a giraffe. So,
Really?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Cool. All right.
Don't you have a whippet?
Yeah, whippet. That's my housemate's whippet. Matty Cottrell, shout out.
Oh, yeah,
He's
good.
a whippet.
Yeah. Right. Okay. What about
Probably
you?
Tiger.
A tiger.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing
okay.
to do with Richmond. Nothing to
Yeah.
do with that.
Yeah. That's okay. Which one of these things gets you pumped the most before a game? Is it the smell of deep heat, fresh cut grass, pulling on a jumper, strapping on the boots, a footy in your hands, or the sound of the crowd?
Probably sound of the crowd walking up the race.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
such a
Feel
good
it.
feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's in your arm.
definitely.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
awesome. Carlton fans are pretty good, pretty loud, so
Yeah,
it's good.
good.
Either running out or we put all of our jumpers on together. So
Oh, yeah.
either putting the jumpers on together.
Yeah, good. Okay. Who thinks they're the funniest bloke down at the club?
Probably Ches. Ches thinks he's funny. He's not, but
No.
probably
The Kernos?
the Kernos. Oh, is this thinks they're the funniest?
Whether they think they are or whether you think they are probably is about the same because they'll probably say they are. So
Yeah. Fair enough.
They misread the room with their humour, so
really,
Yeah, they do.
inappropriate
Okay.
moments.
There's a lot of
they
awkward
would
pull my
find
finger
funny.
kind of stuff.
Yeah, and
right.
It is funny, but it's not the time.
I get it. Okay, being an AFL footballer to you is
Great.
My dream.
yeah, good. All right, great and a dream. Okay, who's a bit tight with their money down at the club?
Probably Cripper.
Yeah,
Wow.
Cripper. Jack Carroll.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He would go into
Yeah.
the club on his days off to get a coffee. It was free.
Yeah, that's a good one, actually.
I like that.
Forgot about that.
That's not bad at all. Who likes to get their rig out just a little too much at the club?
Kernos.
Kernos walk
Definitely.
into meetings with their tops off.
Oh, how good's that? It's not singular, it's plural. All right, okay. You've been given the opportunity to do one of only the following things: parachute out of a plane, take a hot lap in a V8 supercar, go hot air ballooning, or swim with the sharks. And we know that Cripper just recently did that. Which one are you choosing, one or none?
So I'd probably go swim with sharks. I reckon
Okay.
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Seeing Cripper do that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
King's a surfer, so he's connected with the ocean.
Yes, there you go.
I'd like to think so.
I feel the theme song to Flipper coming on. Okay. What is your favourite ground to play on around Australia and why?
The G.
G? Too easy?
Yeah, the G. It's where
Yeah.
I watch footy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Playing for the Carlton Football Club is?
Great. It's amazing.
Yeah, good. All right, it's amazing. Adam? You can say great.
I'll say great. Yeah.
Well done. When you literally got nothing to do, what's the one thing that you look forward to doing the most of nothing?
Probably just doing nothing.
Literally?
Just watching Netflix or something.
Yeah,
It's pretty,
okay, just chilling
Just when
out.
you got nothing to do, yeah.
Nothing at
nothing
all.
better.
Yeah.
Having a nap.
Yeah.
I've had a few naps lately. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I get it.
Yeah, napping.
Napping.
There's really nothing to do. Yeah, just
Ches will read a book.
Yeah.
Likes
When
reading books. Plays
when
with his
there's-
cat as well.
Oh, cool.
He's got a
Okay. Yeah, what sort of cats?
Oliver the cat. Just a black cat.
Oh,
I don't know. My partner bought it. I don't know anything about it.
it's just a black cat. All
He
right.
doesn't know anything about it. Just rocked up one day and he's just looking after it.
Yeah, all
Her
right.
name's Elaine after Elaine Bennis.
Oh, from Seinfeld.
Seinfeld, yeah.
There you go. Is she as annoying as... No, anyway, all right. What's better, mark or goal of the year?
Mark of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man with spring in his step. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone's never taken a specky. I'll say goal of the year.
Yeah, all right. Who was the absolute worst dresser at the Carlton Football Club?
Ed Kerno.
I love it when you don't have to think. It just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, he's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's Ed Kerner. He also gets changed the weirdest way.
Yeah, he puts
He puts shoes on first. The last thing that go on are his undies. pretty much. So
He puts his shoes on, then his undies.
my shoes, t-shirt, socks, and then he decided to cover up. So it's,
A lot of the time he's just walking around in the change rooms with his boots on and nothing.
yeah, just the birds.
Oh, we got to get him on this show. That'll be hilarious.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. I was thinking about doing the Kernos, which would be quite interesting to see how that one played out. Carlton Football Club at the end of the home and away season this year will finish.
Fourth.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Top
I like
four.
it. Top four. I like it as well. You're a contestant on a reality TV show. What sort of a show is it?
Probably the block.
Okay. Well, funny you say that because there's a friend
Tom's got a lot of
of
houses.
ours at the show. His name, as soon as I say it, you'll probably recall Adrian Noble. And,
Oh, yes.
and Adrian sent me some photos of you actually putting together
yes.
some stuff from IKEA.
That is a stitch.
And these actual items ended up that there were 6 pieces left after it was being built.
Yeah,
And
yeah. He loves that story.
yes, he does.
Adrian, yeah.
And this guy wants to get into like the block. So if you want to buy the house, be it at your own peril.
That
That's
was
good.
a loaded question, that one.
It was.
Yeah.
I didn't expect you to say it though. That was a good answer. Sorry to everyone. Anyway,
Love Island for Ches.
Nah, not probably Survivor.
Survivor. Yeah, that'll do. Good, good. All right. Just to find out a little bit about your personality. You find a car park in a shopping centre. Do you reverse in or drive in?
Reverse.
I reverse unless there's someone behind me.
Yeah, cool.
Just
Okay.
don't want to be a pain in the ass.
Don't get
Just drive
embarrassed,
straight in.
mate. It's
Nice. All right.
No, hold 'em up.
So polite, but you want to make a quick getaway.
Yeah.
I get it.
Just
Good.
in case he needs to go and try it 6 or 7 times. Like ours at the club.
I get it. Do you prefer to see the coach on the bench or in the box?
I don't mind him on the bench. It's
Yeah?
been good. He's been on the bench round 1 and 2.
Yep.
Change up, but
Yep.
it's been good.
Depends how we're playing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The diplomatic
I
answer.
like him on the bench.
Okay. This is a question for each of you, obviously, but if you had to write a reference highlighting some personality traits and characteristics or qualities about each other, what would you say? What would you say about Adam? And Adam, what would you say about Tom?
I'd say Ches is interesting, unique. Would you agree?
I'm not writing the reference, so I don't know. That's all you have to say, I think.
No,
I'll see what's on.
unique. He lives. He likes living in Fitzroy and living that Fitzroy lifestyle.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
very individual.
Yeah.
And a bit of a hipster. So yeah.
Says the guy that lives in Brunswick.
What would you say about Tom, Adam?
Tom, I'd say he's connected with the earth. He's very earthy. He's got surfer hair, so he's got the surf vibe going on, and he's tall, so he can reach things and be quite handy in that way. Yeah.
There's some
Thanks,
good quality answers right there. Well done, boys. Thank you. Who's the coach's pet in your eyes?
Walshy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say Harry.
Ah,
yeah,
okay. All right. Couple of last questions here. If you would appear on a talent show, would you be a singer or a dancer?
Singer.
I'd
No, I wouldn't.
be a background dancer or something, yeah.
Wow, okay. Nice. What do you think when you see a poster or merchandise of yourself?
What do you think? I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's good. Nice answer.
Oh, that's cool. Unless it depends what I'm doing.
Great.
Great,
It's
yeah.
on to you, Tom. I've still got posters on my bedroom cupboard door back at Mum and Dad's.
Yeah.
So I always think of those.
Of yourself.
Not of myself. Of players that I grew up watching. So I always think of that and think it's pretty cool.
Himself.
That's nice. I like it. Of yourself. Yeah, that's good. All right. What is your reaction when you see a kid with your number on their back?
Oh, it's rare, but I love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I always get around them big
Good
time.
on you.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Love it.
I love
don't
it.
know
Any
if
number
it's
12s you need to know? No, all right. So
Crickets.
Moving along quickly, yes. Adam, what's it like for you?
I just assumed it was for Juddy.
Leftovers.
Yeah, they normally got the old Mars logo.
Mars logo. Yeah.
That's how you can tell. Yeah, I like it. It's like when you have to go on and you have to put your age in for something and it asks you the date and then the month, and then when you get to the year you have to go, you know, if you have to keep doing that, you know you're old. All right, how easy is it for you to relax and unwind after a game? We kind of alluded to that before, so I won't go into it again. I'll finish off with this as being your last question. Should tomato sauce go in the fridge or in the cupboard?
We have it in the fridge.
Okay.
Yeah, fridge.
Yeah, fridge.
There it is.
Yeah.
Good chance to get it for them,
Great
guys.
question.
Well done. Good stuff.
Wait.
Good on you. All right. What I want to do now is very quickly just go through winding the show up. We've got a couple of shows coming up that I need to tell you about. You don't have to boo all of them, but you can boo some of them. Our next show will be on April the 5th, featuring Richmond Tigers players Toby Curvis and Tim Taranto, live from the Craigieburn Sporting Club in Craigieburn. Then on April the 12th, we're doing Melbourne players Tom McDonald and Tom Sparrow. They'll join us on the panel from the Mulgrave Country Club in Wheelers Hill. Boo. Then on April the 19th, we've got Collingwood's Patrick Lipinski and Daniel McStay. Boo. They'll be joining us at the Caulfield RSL for St George's Road in Elsternwick. You know, last week everyone was booing these two. Yeah, all right. Then on April the 26th, we'll have from the Collingwood Football Club, Jack Ginnivan and Isaac Quaynor. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, don't forget to line up. Then on 3rd of May, we'll have from the Richmond Football Club, Tom Lynch and Jacob Hopper coming to you live from the Mulgrave Country Club in Wheelers Hill. Remember, when you're purchasing your tickets, only purchase them through the That's Good for Footy website, www.that'sgoodforfooty.com.au/events, or click on the link in the post on the That's Good for Footy Facebook page. This will take you through to the ticketing platform. This is the only place where you can purchase your tickets. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for turning out tonight. We were a little bit sceptical when it came to like Thursday, Friday last week with the amount of ticket sales, but look at you. You all came out and went, yeah, we're there. All right, so thank you very much. Sorry to scare you all with that. But it was great that you all came along tonight. We really appreciate the Italian Sports Club in Werribee for their support. Thank you to Sam for his... Sam's our wonderful sound engineer who does everything, makes these shows sound so fantastic. Thank you, mate. And while you're doing it, for the lovely Sandy, who looks after the door and the floor.
Oh, Sandy, baby.
There you go. And whilst you're feeling in that kind of, you know, jovial mood, why don't you actually keep your clappers going and thank Adam Cerra and Tom De Koning. Simply fabulous having them on tonight. As I said to you at the start of the show, their first time being on it, but you wouldn't think so. They were absolutely brilliant. Great ambassadors of the Carlton Football Club. I'm sure you'll agree. I wanted to say thank you both personally because it's my first time meeting you both, and I think we all hit it off really well. You know, we'll go out for drinks after this. And
sounds good.
It'll be fantastic. No, we won't. We're not doing that. But just to summarise and finalise, it was great to have you both along, and I hope you've had a really good time. Give us your little bit of feedback on how you thought the night went and what you want to say to the fans.
No, it was great. Obviously, Carlton supporters are the best in the league, and we really appreciate you guys coming out, and we love meeting you all. So thank you very much.
Beautiful.
That's good for footy.
And we'll give the last word to Adam. What would you like to say, my friend?
Yeah, any opportunity we get to get to know the fans and then get to know us, it's a privilege, and we love every bit of it. So it was great to meet you all, and hope you really enjoy this season.
How good's that? I love it. That's fantastic. What do you think, boys? Will we be able to get you back on the show again, do you reckon?
100%. Sounds good.
Brilliant.
Definitely.
I love it. I might get your number instead of... Yeah. Anyway, there we go. That's a private in joke. We won't share that one with you. All I wanted to say is thanks very much to everyone for coming along tonight. We appreciate your support. Carlton Football Club, get on if you're not a member. Everybody else that has had a good time tonight, we hope you've had a really good time tonight. My name's Damien. This has been the That's Good for Footy panel show. Hope to see you again real soon. Thank you, everyone, and good night. Cheers, guys.